everybody, my name is Tom. Today we're going to talk about cancer. Cancer! Okay, so let's go. Have you ever thought about cancer? Yeah, so let's go. So first, the middle phase. It all started with a single corrupted cell. Yeah, corrupted cell. It also happens because it does this because its gene was no longer repaired, and as this cell was completely corrupted, it begins to multiply. Even though the cell is not yet dangerous, if untreated, it grew soon. So let's continue. And as this cell continues, it begins to multiply rapidly. As this cell continues to multiply, some multiply into weaker, others multiply into the same way, but others then multiply into even stronger, deadlier ones. And as the cell continues, it begins to grow into new tumor towns. As the tumor begins, it begins to attack red blood cells. But as this continues, the resources they are needed have been completely dying down. And if they don't get enough food and oxygen, they may die and the resources just solve on its own. But in some cases, if some cells survive, then they continue for survival. This is when they are better at stealing and getting forth their own resources. As they continue, they're like getting for new resources. And as they continue for it begins on new red blood cells, which then travels to the unwanted infection, which soon affects and grew onto new deadlier cancer cells. As cells continue, it goes like when this is when your immune system has been activated. Your immune system releases, they show out and check the problem. And their work is to kill down all the cancer cells as much as they do. But since there's no way that they can defeat on their own, since they're multiplying rapidly, these cells were needed for some other survivors. And this is when they shriek out, releasing chemicals, which then shows out that there is a cancer in the body. This activates most of the immune system. This activates most of the immune system, dendritic cells. Dendritic cells begin to clean out along by eating down the cancer cells, and as they continue, and which then activates out to get for some T cells, for some of the most deadliest weapon, of the most deadliest killer, cancer. Helpful and attacked by T cells. T cells is the worst part of the body since it can attack anything. Yeah, it's completely deadly. Yeah, deadly. It was the perfect part to see. It was the perfect part to attack down some of your. And as it knows what is happening, everything, it begins to kill down some cells, which has unsteadable about their own tumor. And as this and one of them, if one of the proteins is incorrect, then that cell, boom. Yeah, like that. It could kill. Goodbye, cell. So good. So let's continue. And as you can see that it's deadly. It goes completely deadly. And if this cell continues, it may and this is when your immune system tells out that what they're attacking is not a perfect one. Wishes could activate to cause the blood vessels to break out and release away as their mistakes happens. And this is why cancer cells had to get out, since it's not the perfect time. And also, in this case, it comes deadly. So for the last one, and so let's continue. And as this was easy and with no more growth to continue, they may starve and die easily. This also less chances for your immune system to kill them as fast as possible to make sure there is no way to attack. As this continues, when your body is finished, it begins to clean up the issues and is ready for the new time to keep out for anything. This could happen even though you didn't know that. Yeah, it's how it's done. Yeah, you could know that. Okay, so let's continue so let's start it to the second stage. Okay, so let's do this. Even though you think that some cancer cells were extremely weak, don't be fooled. This time it's even half grown. Okay, wait a minute. This is when the chances of deadly cancer cells happen. When a healthy cell appears and multiplies, it may accidentally release cancer cells. Cancer cells are not what it should, but as cancer cells continue, they multiply a new deadly killer. This is when the second star attacks. And it doesn't need police, and in this case, police didn't need it now. Instead, up to what happened, T cells are the one. And this is when also natural killer cells came to kill down the same invader. But it's not easy, since this time when it grows too much, it could become invisible, or grows extremely faster, or get better at stealing. Or gets better at stealing. Or maybe it could need just less oxygen and food. As this happens, it goes getting as better points and continues to come as a deadly new invader. Your cell has been evolving, but cancer cells are evolving better. Cancer cells continue to come even deadlier, continues by how much cells it has. 3. The escape phase. Now you are ready to feel. This is the type that could kill people. How? So you could need to know. At this point, cancer cells has known and learned a lesson that it can kill it if using this method. This is when it attacks the body right away. So let's do that. So it's time to kill your body. With this new kind of cancer cells, it can kill them by shutting down the immune system as fast as possible. Yeah, that's because the immune cells has an off switch, which could switch himself off. That's because the immune system is extremely dangerous and can attack anything that doesn't belong to the owner of it. And to off-switch themselves, they need to do something powerful, like nerve cells. That's how you do that. That's how you feel and touch it. Yeah, you can feel and touch it. Wait a minute. Okay, so let's continue. I don't know. Okay, so you could see that it gets an off switch. Yeah, the off switch. Yeah, it's an off switch. Yeah, since this off switch is perfectly, this is when cancer cells chances attacks the body right away. It uses the method to kill them by using tiny partners. And this is when it begins to become even deadlier. It builds out a deadly bridge, which is completely hard for your immune system to pass. And as this continues, if there's nothing way, then it may begin to become even deadlier, and somehow it may kill down your body as fast as possible. And if there's nothing way, then it may begin to grow and begin to spread for the new world. When at any moment, your body will become surrounded and just like it. But if there's no one to treat this treatment, then you may die because of shut down organs. But that's when they had to. But that's also a dead end for them because when a person dies, the cancer cell dies the same, and this is when humanity has found a way to kill the cancer. Scientists have been upgrading and building deadly vaccines, which has been evolving. And as cancer cells evolve, humans evolve deadly vaccines. As it has been upgraded, it causes the immune system to become even more powerful. And now, if anything, then take down cancer. And so, you can see that cancer cell is not extremely deadly, but it's extremely easy to kill. So, goodbye, cancer. So, goodbye, everyone. As I will see you in the next episode. Goodbye, cancer. Okay, so let's go. Bye-bye.